Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about my new streaming and gaming PC. Had a lot of questions about it in the last couple weeks. Most people want to know what parts I bought, how much they cost, and more specifically why I bought them, because they're also working on gaming PCs of their own. Gameplay you're seeing right now is some Overwatch. I'm playing Reaper, Genji, and Mei, but mostly Genji throughout this video because he's kind of fun. I kind of like that Gray Fox Ninja feel. You'll find a link to my entire build down there in the description. I have both the exact build that I purchased and some better value components because I went a little bit crazy on some of these. I don't have links, I just did text because I know a lot of websites have referral programs and I just kind of didn't feel like nickel and diming you guys to Amazon links or anything like that. So when you're building a PC, what you want to ask yourself is, what do I want my PC to do? Do I want this to be a video rendering machine? Do I want it to stream? Do I want it to be an awesome gaming rig? Do I want it to word process, in which case you can go very cheap? In my case, I didn't want a beast gaming PC as much as I wanted a PC that would be extremely good at running OBS with multiple inputs and layers and also render videos very, very quickly, while at the same time being able to do 1080p gaming. So I chose to build a PC that does not do 4K 60 or 120 FPS gaming, but does do 1080p 60 FPS gaming very, very well, and is also optimized for Sony Vegas and for Premiere and for OBS. So the first component I bought was an i7-5960X at 3 GHz. The clock speed's a little bit low, but it's got 8 cores that are hyper-threaded for 16 total cores, and this is pretty much a top-of-the-line processor when it comes to consumer end processors, unless you're going for the Xenon series, which is very, very crazy. But OBS makes use of the multiple cores, Sony Vegas makes use of the multiple cores, and it's more than enough for gaming, so in this instance it works very, very well for me. I can render my videos quickly, and OBS should have no lag, no delay, and no processing issues. There is a better value build down there in the description. You can get an i7-6700K with a higher clock speed for about 1/3 of the money. So if that, it's really only a little bit slower. So if you're on a value build, that's definitely the way to go. What's probably more important to PC games and is not the processor, but the graphics card. I got a GeForce GTX 980 Ti graphics card. I like all the NVIDIA stuff, and 980 Ti is pretty much top tier. I got that because if I want to, I can make OBS run off of it, I can make my Elgato capture software run off of it, and if I'm doing Premiere, I can render and preview videos extremely fast on the 980 Ti graphics card, so very, very good there. If you were on a budget, GTX 970 would probably work just as well, which is also linked down there in the description. And for RAM, I went overkill. I got 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, just in case I'm running a ton of different stuff. Sometimes OBS gets a little crazy and I'm running a bunch of overlays and windows and tabs and stuff, so I decided to have a lot of RAM to be able to juggle it all, even though it's probably unnecessary. You could probably get by with 16 or even like 8 or 12 gigabytes just fine for most instances. Motherboard is an MSI X99S, pretty standard. It's probably the best one I could get that was compatible with all my parts and would do liquid cooling and had the best ports. And I'm not a motherboard expert, I pick my parts and then I just get a motherboard that's compatible with it. When it came to hard drives, you definitely want to get a solid state drive if you can afford it, because it's awesome. It makes your PC boot up super fast, your games load super fast, you can read, write, render, do all kinds of stuff with data super fast. I got a Samsung 850 Pro 1TB hard drive, very good, gonna last a long time, very good read-write speeds, and 1TB is plenty of space for for your operating system and your basic standard use. Got a 2TB data drive added on regular hard drive as well. That's actually probably a little bit small, to be honest with you. Like, you could probably go much bigger than that with a lot of cost effectiveness, but hey, I didn't really need all of it. I went through 3 parts kind of fast. You'll find cheaper versions of those down there in the description as well. The MSI is Z170A, and you can get like a 500 gigabyte solid state drive way cheaper than the 1TB, and you can get like 1TB hard drives now, like super duper cheap. Unfortunately, the processor I got requires liquid cooling, so I had to pony up and get a nice liquid cooling system, and I went ahead and got a 1000-watt power supply. Even though that's basically overkill for my system, I got it just in case I wanted to overclock my processor, and because I knew that I would be adding a lot of extra stuff into my PCIe slots, maybe another graphics card in the future so I could do SLI, but I also have a lot of Elgatos and other things going on. So, and then the bargain bin, since we're not going to be doing all of that, we got a 750-watt power supply. I got a really awesome case, a Thermaltake Suppressor F51 case, and I chose this because I know that I'm going to be streaming, so I want it to be quiet. I chose this, no LEDs, no fancy looks, it's just a black box that's extremely quiet and extremely well cooled, so that it doesn't make noise and bother you guys on stream. Got 2 ultra silent fans put in there as well to make it quieter. And when it comes to my PCIe slots, I've got 2 Elgato HD60 Pro, so I can do multicam input, I can use a DSLR camera for my webcam, capture my game, and I got 1 PCI-e USB 3.0 expansion slot in case I need to run some heavier duty accessories later. And all combined, this makes an awesome streaming PC that is also awesome for rendering videos and is not bad at all at playing games. I can't do 4K, but I can do 1080p 60 FPS fantastically. Guys, that is all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something useful about PC building, or at least why I built mine. And again, down there in the description you'll find links to all the parts. Drifter out.